Welcome to Divine Duality Tarot. My name is TJ. Today's video is for you, Capricorn, for the week of January 9th. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I appreciate that. If you've been here before, you know what's coming. What I'm going to do today for you, Capricorn, is just a simple, quick relationship spread. Get your energy going into the week so you can kind of have an idea of the dynamic going on, the emotional dynamic between you and whoever this person is that you are looking into. So right here is going to be your energy leading into it. If any of these meanings don't quite make sense, I do have a second deck right there with that crystal on it for clarification purposes, should it be needed. All right, so Capricorn, with this video being about you, we'll start with you. First off, the Hanged Man. That energy leading into it. One, it's a major arcana, so it's going to be a powerful emotion. Powerful, excuse me, maybe not an emotion, but a very powerful message, a very powerful energy going into it, is the ability to see things from a different point of view. Now, that's not always a good thing. Some people see things from a different point of view, and that point of view just so happens to be the one that leads them to drugs and alcohol. Some people look at things from a different point of view and it brings them closer to enlightenment. This is the basic baseline, seeing things from a different point of view. So you have that open mind energy. Excuse me, man. Then you have the Four of Swords, which is self-care. The ability to find your own truth and live within it to make yourself better. So you're seeing your own issues from a different point of view so far. And then you have the Queen of Swords. There's a lot of swords in this one. Is a logical approach to the truth. Logical approach in truth. It is being one with the truth, and you're able to back it up with facts. You know, you are able to validate what you believe with something solid, something concrete. It is legitimate truth that you can fall back on. Good thing. Your energy going into this, Capricorn, is one of powerful, powerful, powerful reflection when it comes to self-care and validating yourself, validating your own truth, validating who you are and your beliefs. Because you're able to see where your failings have been. You're able to see that this may not make sense, but this does. And if this makes sense, then this makes sense. I can't really give you the best, example of that, but if A seems far-fetched and B is identical to A, and you can validate B like with facts, then A is pretty safe too. You are able to logic yourself to success. You can make those connections. The dots are connecting, and that's good because they weren't before, and that's why this energy had to kick in for them too. This is definitely gonna be a week of open eyes and self-care, finding your way. And Capricorn, your partner, leading it off, the Wheel of Fortune, which is fate, a new phase, a completion of a cycle. And then they have the Two of Pentacles, which is balance in the physical world. And then they have the Two of Cups, which is partnership, union, combined, emotion. What I'm seeing here, Capricorn, is you and your interest have been in flux. Could be issues from last week, could be issues that's been going on for months. But this energy this week is definitely a rebound from whatever's been going on. This person is starting to see through whatever they've been doing to achieve balance in a physical world. Maybe that means they're cutting back on the alcohol, they're cutting back on the frivolous spending, they're cutting back on hanging out with friends more than they're hanging out with you, because they're understanding that this is more important. The partnership, the union, the shared emotion. If you're living together, who's the person that they go home to every day? That's the more important thing than friends that you go out and see for a couple hours, or, you know, whatever this is. They're coming back into the fold. They're understanding that that is what they need to be doing, because that's the completion of that cycle. They are starting to understand. Things are getting more clear in their mind in building toward the future. They're trying to develop stability in their partnership, in their union. And then you, with your instability from before, or your self-doubt from before, that's coming to an end as well. Because if you've been kind of submissive lately, this is that week where you are finding yourself, where you are finding your place in this relationship. You are finding your place, your role, your responsibility when it comes to this partnership here. And knowing what your role is, knowing your place and their place in the relationship, sets up healthy boundaries, sets up rules, sets up methodology for how things should be in a 50-50 equivalent relationship. But you knowing who you are and you being able to validate your role with facts, with the truth, and being able to logically connect that stuff in a very obvious and clear manner, something easily validated, gives you solid ground to stand on. I mean, it's hard to argue with facts. It really is. I mean, think about it. The sun's hot. It's really hard to argue with that. Like, it's really, really, really hard to argue with that. Because all you have to do is say, well, why is it cold at night when the sun's not facing the planet? Or when the planet's not facing the sun? But it's warm in the day when we are facing the sun. It's kind of interesting coincidence, ain't it? This is you learning the facts that you need to make this cycle end, to force them to follow through, because you are forcing yourself to follow through. Use this energy very, very wisely, because it can be easily abused if you throw any bit of self-doubt in there and then try to validate that. Go into it with your eyes open, go into it with your heart open, understand and realize that yes, you have this energy to not only see your own stuff from a different point of view, but you also have the ability to see theirs from their point of view. And that ability will help you a lot too, because if you see it from their point of view and you can throw logic behind it, that gives you a lot easier time of understanding where they're coming from, which means if they're wrong, you'll have a much easier time getting around that issue. So Capricorn, take advantage of this week. I think you can make this work. I think they can make it work. And thanks for watching. I hope this resonates with you. And with that, Capricorn, I will see you next week.